Today, we're diving into a pretty wild theory from Dr. Stephen Greer, who's a major voice in the UFO world. He's arguing that everything we're being told about alien threats, well, it's not real. He says it's a massive psychological war that's been going on for decades. So, let's just get right to the heart of it with the big question this whole theory poses. Is it possible that all this talk about alien threats is actually getting us ready for some kind of cosmic holy war? And believe it or not, this whole story starts not with a UFO, but with something you might have seen in the news, a comet that kicked up a whole lot of dust, a comet called 3I Atlas. Yeah, so this comet shows up, and pretty quickly, some very prominent people start saying, hey, wait a minute, that's no comet, that's an alien probe, and it's here to check us out. I mean, look at the speed. It was clocked at 137,000 miles per hour. That sounds incredibly fast to you and me, right? But, and this is a big but, the argument here is that we need to look at that number a little differently. Because in the sheer, mind-boggling vastness of space between stars, 137,000 miles per hour is actually, and I'm quoting here, incredibly slow. It's just not the kind of speed you'd expect from a craft that can travel between solar systems. In fact, if you actually do the math, an object going that fast would take 66,500 years to get here from Proxima Centauri, which is the closest star system to us. 66,000 years! So, the conclusion from this perspective is pretty blunt. The idea of this being an alien probe that just happened to arrive now, it's called the biggest gaslighting scientifically, an absurdity, just pure nonsense designed to fool people. And this is where it all clicks into a much bigger picture. The argument is that this comet story isn't just a mistake. It's one more piece of a 70-year-long psychological operation, a PSYOP, designed specifically to make us believe in an alien threat. So you might be asking, okay, how would a PSYOP like that even work? Well, the theory claims it relies on a very clever trick, something called the interdimensional conflation, which is all about confusing two very different ideas. The allegation here is that influential people in media and government are being fed a very specific and powerful story. People like Tucker Carlson, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, and Senator J.D. Vance. They're being told that these UFOs aren't from other planets. No, they're demons from other dimensions. You can see how that would tap right into people's religious fears. Okay, so this is the absolute key to understanding the alleged deception. On one side, you have interdimensional beings. Think of them as spirits, angels, demons, things that are native to other dimensions and don't need a ship. But on the other side, you have transdimensional craft. These are supposedly solid physical ships that just use other dimensions like a shortcut, a cosmic subway system, to travel faster than light. And to really hammer this point home, the source brings in a Vatican demonologist named Monsignor Balducci, whose logic was just beautifully simple. He said, neither angels nor demons require flying saucers. It just doesn't make sense. All right, so if they're not demons, how in the world are they getting here from light years away? This is where we get into the alternative physics that this theory proposes. And it all starts with a simple, massive problem. The speed of light is just, well, too damn slow. The universe is so big that even at light speed, a trip to the next star would take years. It's just not practical for a galactic civilization. So what's the solution? Transdimensional travel. The idea is that a real physical ship can basically change its frequency, phase out of our dimension, take a shortcut through another one where the rules are different, and then phase back in at its destination almost instantly. And all of this brings us right back to Arthur C. Clarke's famous third law. Any technology that's advanced enough is going to look just like magic to us. And the argument here is that this is exactly what's happening. We're seeing technology and we're calling it supernatural. You know, there's a perfect real-world example of this. During World War II, when pilots landed on these super remote Pacific islands, the people there had never seen an airplane. To them, these giant flying machines were gods. They started building shrines shaped like airplanes and worshiping them, creating what we now call cargo cults. Or hey, think about it this way to bring it even closer to home. Imagine you go back in time and show a smartphone with a live video chat to Thomas Jefferson, one of the greatest minds of his era. He wouldn't see it as technology. He'd see it as straight-up magic. So let's put all the pieces together. You've got a misunderstood comet, a deliberate confusion of terms, and a total misinterpretation of advanced technology.
According to the source, this is all being done for a very specific and very dangerous reason.
So here's the alleged endgame. First, you exploit people's deepest religious beliefs. Then, you purposely mix up the idea of advanced aliens with demons. That creates fear, a deep-seated fear of an alien threat. And with enough fear, you can manufacture consent for just about anything, including a space-age holy war.
The specific technique for this manipulation is given a pretty chilling name, a soul diopsy. It's basically a deep psychological profile of a person or a group to find out exactly what they believe, what they value, and what they fear, so you can then use it all against them.
And the source claims this has happened before. It points to Colonel Holman, who supposedly admitted that the whole alien threat story was used to scare President Reagan into funding the Star Wars missile defense system. The threat was a complete fabrication to get the money for space weapons.
So, when you wrap it all up, the ultimate conclusion here is that we're smack in the middle of a high-stakes information war. It's a fight for the truth against a powerful, fictional story that's being pushed to manipulate all of humanity into a conflict we don't need and absolutely don't want.
And that really leaves us with a question that's bigger than just UFOs, doesn't it? In this world of deepfakes, AI, and constant information warfare, how do any of us really tell the difference between what's real and what's been perfectly designed to fool us?